I thought it was mine that did that.
No, after like 20 minutes, it cuts it out. So I'm gonna just dive right into it so that I can make sure that we get everything, all the points, and taken care of for this. But I wanted to make sure that we shared it. So you're on here. I already started recording. And so if you guys have any questions so far about what I've shared, you know, where to find different, I would say meal ideas. And what it does take, it takes, if you see here, when you want to add variety, you do have to make the time to go look for the meals that you want, unless you already have like an idea of what your family enjoys. Like for example, I know some of you guys, how do we get our family to eat this stuff? Because you guys can see in our meal plans, you can do fajitas, you can do chicken, you can do steak, you can do burgers, and just for yourselves do protein burgers, like stay away from the bun, right? And if your family is also struggling with health issues, you know, have them join you. And it will take a couple conversations with your family to let them know, hey, this isn't like a diet. We're just adding healthier foods, but healthier foods meaning we're eating like what we make at home. We're staying away from a lot of bread. We can still eat bread, but maybe we can have it for breakfast and lunch instead of for dinner. You can do enchiladas. And what I do when I do enchiladas, like I'll make enchiladas, but I'll save a lot of the chicken in a bowl for myself, and I'll do like a bowl instead. So I'll do my one serving of the chile verde enchilada, like the chicken. I'll do some white rice. I'll do my vegetables, like the salad. I always make sure the kids have a salad, cucumbers, carrots, broccoli, or celery. Those are some of their favorite vegetables, and I'm leaving some out. As far as carbs, I do tortillas, but when we do tacos, if we do enchiladas, well, that's tortillas, right? But if we have like chicken fajitas or anything like that, I'll do rice. I won't have them eat tortillas. If I do rice, then we don't do tortillas. Like I'll pick one carb still for the family too. But I know like Felipe can eat a whole pack of flour tortillas and it's not like I'm the food police. I just won't heat it up, and he's not gonna heat it up. So he's not gonna eat it, right? So then it's baby steps too, baby steps. So when you're looking at food for your family, when you're creating your meal plan, you know, write down a list of foods that they enjoy. That's your number one step. Maybe right now you can write down 4 or 5 foods, like dinners that your family enjoy, and then we can share that. And I'll write mine too. My family loves my fish tacos. Mm. Everything I write down always has a carb tortilla. Barbecue. And this is what I do, like when I have a couple minutes throughout the week or on the weekend, I'll write down like, and I do have a list already, like that like our go-to on the refrigerator, so that I'm not always having to write down like a list of foods that my family enjoys. Like, how old are your kids, Orquídea?
I have a 17, a 16, and then I have my little 12-year-old, or 13.
Oh, okay, so they're used to mama's cooking.
Yeah, they are. It's gonna work out well this time because I have my son who's I don't know if you're familiar with this depression disease, where his own body produces extra steroids. So he has to go see an endocrinologist. So that
Yeah.
I know they're gonna get him like on a diabetic kind of plan.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about this, so there's a
Oh, good.
so they know it's coming.
So now you have a bigger why,
Yeah,
a
a
bigger
big
reason. Yeah.
big yeah. So
Yeah. Hi, Blanca.
hi.
The previous recording or Zoom ended. It ends after 20 minutes, so I just jumped right in, shared the other link. So thank you so much. Right now,
Okay.
what we did is we wrote down like maybe 5 different dinners that your family enjoys. That way we can plan for it. So I'll go first. So Black, if you want to like just think about 5 different meals that your family enjoys for dinner, because this is where I think the hardest part is to incorporate our family, because dinner time is when we're mostly together. We got breakfast, lunch. Most of our kids eat at school. We do pack cold lunches for our kids like 2 or 3 times a week. And so if you want to think about like 4 or 5 dinners, for me, it's chicken or steak fajitas, fish tacos using, corn tortillas, and the tilapia from Costco. Oh my God, so good. And I put the cabbage on there and the vegetables, and they don't, it's like I said, over time. I do whole grain spaghetti, and what I do is I chop up the broccoli finely and I add it to it. And one time my son said, "What's this?" I said, "What's what?" I said, "Oh, it's part of the pasta sauce." And then I'll give them a side of carrots. I always portion a side of carrots or cucumbers. They love cucumbers with lemon and salt. So I'll always have cucumbers in the house. And they'll eat them for dinner. A lot of times we worry about protein. Where are we going to get our protein? I think the bigger concern is, where do we going to get our fiber from? And we need fiber we get fiber from vegetables. We need fiber for our digestive, because many of us suffer with like digestive issues, constipation, um, colon issues. I don't know, Tanya. I struggled a lot with constipation issues, a lot. And my husband's side of the family, he struggles with it a lot too. And those are the big reasons why we changed that. So we had to incorporate a lot of vegetables. And guess what? Shakeology has 5 servings, but you still need it from Whole Foods. So I do quesadillas with beans, cheese, and I also do shredded chicken. I also I don't always add a lot of meat, so they get their protein from the frijoles. And I'll do whole grain tortillas, and I'll still do the regular flour tortillas, but it's not an everyday thing. Barbecue pulled chicken or barbecue pulled pork once in a while. I'll use the crock pot to cook the chicken, and then I'll add like a bunch of barbecue sauce and just mix it, and that's ready to go. I'll do a barbecue pulled chicken bowl, my steamed rice with my veggies and a bunch of chile. And that's for me and for the kids. Well, I'll do like the whole grain pita breads. You got pita bread, stuff it, and I'll add lettuce or spinach. And I'm gonna tell you, they love that. They love and I'll also do the pita pizzas. So you can buy the pita bread, and I'll use the same pulled chicken for dinner, maybe 2 nights later. And it's still good as long as you pack it in a good container. So those are some of their favorites. The fish tacos, I can do tacos any day of the week, and you guys know they love them. So, but quesadillas and then the chile verde enchiladas, I'll do those like twice a month because they do take a little bit more time. So, I'll prepare them, and if there's always leftovers, so I'll pack it for lunch for Felipe. And so I don't really care much for the enchiladas. Shrimp is a big thing. Shrimp bowls, shrimp tacos, if you guys are into seafood. For dinner, shrimp enchiladas, shrimp tostadas, if you want to add the tostadas. Oh my God, I just think of all the food now that I eat, because before I wouldn't eat anything. So when you write it down, you're able to visualize, what you need to get for your grocery trip, and then you'll have the food in your home. You also don't want to overbuy, because then you might buy too much. But Enough about me. How about you guys? Like, what are your family's favorite foods?
Um, my kids, they like those shrimp oils, the boiled ones.
Yes, 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 yes.
The
The
tacos,
shrimp boils.
and then tacos, and then carne con chile y virote, like.
Mm.
And the favorite one of all of us is the arroz blanco, like not regular arroz blanco. Just it's cooked the same way as the Spanish rice, but instead of the tomato, um, just add the water and the boiling. You add crema, butter, and milk. So
But you can still do that. Just do a Kerrygold, Kerrygold butter, or yeah, coconut oil will give it a different flavor. But you can try it because it's just the butter, Kerrygold butter. What kind of butter do you use?
regular, like real
Okay.
butter.
Kerrygold butter tastes just like this. It tastes the same. Kerry,
Cherry.
Kerrygold. Kerrygold. The shrimp foils. Oh, those are so good. Yes, I agree. Carne con chile. Who doesn't like, I don't know. Who doesn't like carne con chile?
It's so fast too.
And you can always make, save some of that. What I like to do, so when you're cooking your dinners, Orquídea, maybe you already pack some for your next day lunch, and then you already have your steamed rice or your sweet potato or your vegetables, whatever you're going to have for the next day. What else do you guys have?
Um, and then pretty much whatever I make during that time, like I will like uh, do the barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs. So just whatever, because I don't
Okay.
really do the
Okay.
prepping. So
And do you eat that food?
I do. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. And it's okay. Now, and you pair it with your vegetable.
yeah. So that's So when I'm on a plan, then I make sure that we do the servings where we have the more vegetables and the protein, and
Okay. Okay.
so yeah. But
Man, you just made me hungry.
I know
This is
me
a
too.
bunch of good food. Tanya, what do you have?
I think one of our favorites is the taco lettuce wraps. Those are really, really good. And they're quick and easy, so that's probably why they like them, because they have to help with dinner. They're older, so 17 and 18 are the last two in my house right now, so they have to help with dinner. But that's a favorite. Pozole on the
Oh,
weekend, that's a problem for me.
You
Um,
guys have that a lot?
yeah,
Really?
and I need to probably switch that to actually chicken instead of too
What do
many.
you eat it with? Pork?
Yeah, yeah. I should do more chicken. I think that'd probably be a better bet. Um, Chile verde. I love chile verde. We make that a lot.
Do you do it with pork?
Yes, I do. I do. I make it with chicken too in the crock pot though. That's
Okay.
a quick and easy one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, naan pizza, like naan Indian bread. So we make homemade pizzas. And I'm talking about the quick, easy stuff that we like to make together. So it's fast.
Yeah.
We're all in the kitchen. Um, and then one of my favorites, and they like it a lot, is zucchini noodles.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just put olives, baby tomatoes, and then feta cheese, which is probably the problem because I put a lot of feta cheese in there.
One blue.
Yeah, but I
Paper
put so
blue.
much more. That's my problem. I put too much. But yeah, those are probably favorites of ours.
Those are good, the zucchini noodles. I know a lot of the girls like the zucchini boats. So they have the zucchini, yeah, yeah, and they add the ground turkey and they put it they bake it. I haven't had it in a while. My sons, they love the zucchini noodles. So this is why I like these calls, because you bring back all those different kinds of meals. Those are good meals. Ladies, have you heard of these different
no,
foods?
actually, zucchini. I've seen it before, like where there's like little machines that make it, that you can make
Yeah,
it.
yeah, the little.
But I've never ever tried it. Like I've never
It's
had it.
quick and easy because it cooks fast.
Yeah, those are really, really good. The zucchini noodles with the Parmesan cheese, all I taste is the Parmesan cheese. So I add the ground turkey and like some diced tomato and then the Parmesan. And it's like having pasta, but what's that?
It's zucchini noodles, but do they
Yes.
sell it already made, or you have to make it all the time?
No, you can buy it made at a,
I've bought it before because I get lazy. You actually make, you can make it yourself with the zucchini or with the little machine, and they're really cheap. You can buy a small one, or you can buy them already made. I know Costco has it here on the east side. It's already pre-made, but if you're gonna make them at home, you have to use a lot of zucchini because a couple of them are not gonna make it. Like I can use 4 and it's not enough.
Oh, okay.
Like I can use 4 zucchinis and it's not even gonna be feeding me and my husband. So because they swirl up really, they swirl up, but they if you put a little bit of olive oil, they get soft. So you just have to be cautious with them. It's probably better if you buy them the first time, just so you can try it out.
Where did you get it, Costco?
You can get it on, I'm sorry, at Target. I got them at Target, and it's
Okay.
here on the east side. There's not a lot of food there, but they have pre-made zucchini already.
Really? I haven't seen it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I've not seen that. Maybe Sprouts and Trader Joe's might have it, but they might be a little bit more expensive.
yeah.
Aldi's. Aldi's is actually a Trader Joe's. They're like related. Some they're a company together, but Aldi's just I don't know why they changed the name. I read it on Facebook like how what Aldi's like who they are and everything. So Aldi's is a really good store to buy a bunch of veggies, like the naan bread and all of that stuff, pizza bread, all of that. Thank you, Tanya. I need to check that out at Target when I get better. Maybe I can send Felipe. That sounds good. Thank you so much for that. The taco lettuce wrap.
Yeah.
What
I
do
make those.
you add to it? Ground turkey?
I do ground turkey. It's really, I use canned stuff though. That's why I said it's super easy for us because the kids make it. So it's ground turkey, and then I add corn, and then frijoles negros, but the whole ones. And then I add cilantro and some tomato and onion, and then I just mix it all after the meat's cooked. I season it, and then I put them on the lettuce, and then they just wrap them. So
Okay.
it's super easy. But my son, he likes to add all the extra stuff like the crema and the cheese, but it is really easy. And
Yeah.
then, ground turkey is easy to season, so you season it with whatever you want.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can post pictures of what we've made them.
Please, in the group, yeah, post it
Yeah.
in the challenge. I would love so that
Yeah.
the rest of the ladies can see it. Are you guys visual? Like if you guys see a food picture, can you recreate it or do you need instructions? Or is it just like the ingredients? What do you guys like to recreate it? Is a picture and the ingredients good enough for you or what's best?
Well, it all depends on like what it is. Like it's something that you would normally make, then it's like, oh, okay, I can recreate that and give it my own sazon. But if it's something you've never made before, then I need a recipe or something.
Okay, okay. Blanca, do you want to share like what are some of your family's favorite?
Chicken enchiladas.
Mm-hmm.
We tacos. We like fish and shrimp tacos. Barbecuing a lot. We like to barbecue.
Excuse me. Barbecue. What do you barbecue?
Steak, tri-tip, chicken.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's fast and easy, yeah? Or the grill takes care of it?
My husband does the barbecuing.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
So you got to put his name on the meal plan. These are the days you're taking
You're
care
cooking.
of dinner.
Well,
And
he does most of the cooking.
oh, okay. Okay. So I remember you saying that. So what do you guys do? Do you have any leftovers when you guys cook your dinners and stuff like that?
A lot of times, yeah. So then I'll use them for lunch.
Okay, okay. And now it's just when you have the meal plan, like for your day, if you have for lunch, then just making sure that you add your one vegetable and your one carb. And you get to choose your carb. Again, the carbs that are best for you are going to be the carbs at the top of the list, the healthiest and the most nutritional value. Potato is good for you, whole grain pasta. Um, regular papas are okay, red potatoes, yellow potatoes. It's just making sure that it's within your portion. In the shift shop meal plan, we got to eat baked potato every other night. And I was like, and Felipe and I both lost 10 pounds in 3 weeks, so the only thing is the last week, we didn't have any carbs. We used like squash as a substitute for like a carb. But either way though, like you can still do like those carbs and not feel like you're on a diet, because we're not on a diet. So
Right.
how about vegetables? Like what kind of vegetables do you feel you add to your meals for dinner?
We use green beans, zucchini, spaghetti squash is something new that we've been using.
How do you like
Broccoli. I like it. If it's seasoned right, I like it.
Yay, okay. What do you season it with?
Usually salt, pepper, olive oil.
Yeah, okay. Sea salt, do you do sea salt?
We do use that, not often, but we do.
Okay, okay. Salt, pepper, and olive oil. That's what we use. That's perfect. That's perfect. Do you bake it, the squash, or do you grill it?
Bake it.
Okay, yeah, that I found it easiest to bake it. I had never had it until recently, the shift shop plan, and I used that instead of like spaghetti when and I add all like the ground turkey and the tomatoes and the pasta and the Parmesan cheese, top it on the squash. It was one of our favorite meals. So I'm glad you already do it. And the sea salt, well, that's just because it's lower in sodium and it'll help, like you won't retain as much water weight. So
okay. And how about barbecue sauce?
Just do any of the barbecue sauce you want, as long as you're not eating like in the containers, the little blue, the orange container. I think that's like your portion. But like, do you use it as dipping sauce or like on your food?
We brush it on the meat sometimes if we barbecue.
You'll be okay. Just I would count it as like half an orange container, but it's really not a lot. So I don't really I count it as a dressing, just because it has sodium and it has sugar in it. You still want to count some container part of it.
Okay.
You're taking calories for the barbecue sauce, probably like 30 calories at most.
Okay, and what whole grain cereal do you recommend? Like if we eat it with the yogurt or something?
I have one in my pantry. I'll take a picture of it and I'll upload it in the challenge. I can't remember the name, and I get it at Lassen's. They have a huge, section, but Walmart has a huge section now, and so does Target. I wish I could. I think it's something Bear.
Okay.
The whole grain cereal, you said?
Whole grain cereal. It is so good with the yogurt, even with almond milk. Almond milk counts now as a teaspoon. Okay, it used to count as a yellow container. So almond milk, they updated the containers, the container portion. So you're gonna count it as like for every 8 ounces, it's considered like a teaspoon. But I'll share that in the challenge as well.
Okay.
So as you guys can see here, I'm gonna share my screen. You guys have some great meals to share. What do you guys, do you feel a little bit more comfortable about creating a meal plan for yourselves, like for 3 days?
I like your idea. Do it every I can do it every 3 days.
Yes, every 3 days. If you know you're gonna have a very busy week, you take some time, maybe like a couple of days before, and you plan for the rest of the week. But I really do like the 3-day plan. And if you have to rotate or alternate and have the same food again, why not? So you guys have the option of choosing, from any of the nutrition plan. If any of the plans that I provide you in the group, if they don't work for you, don't feel like you have to do it. Those are ideas. And that's a way for you for me to help you simplify your journey. That's my job, to help you simplify it, to make sure that you're eating enough portions, and to make sure you're drinking your Shakeology. If you make it a full meal, you can make it a full meal by adding a fruit and a vegetable, your Shakeology. So for whatever reason, you can't have, anything for breakfast, to have your Shakeology. Same thing for lunch or dinner. I have some great tips here I think they're great because they're straight to the point for and this could fall under any program. This can help you with your nutrition plan for the week. It just talks about also looking through the eating plan. And always, I say go back to, let's see here. Go back to this as often as you need to if you're not sure where to start with the meal plan. Like what am I going to have Monday, Wednesday, Friday? And then again, like, you can eat what your family eats as long as you're within your portions. Now, if your family's eating fast food, well, then you know your choice there, right? Like, and if you're eating out, your willpower just has to be like at 100%, because it is hard. Like, they have the bread, they have the chips, they have all that extra stuff that isn't so easy to stay away from when you're at home.
Well, I like her idea about getting a to-go container first. I thought that was really smart. But
Right?
I always know before I go home, before we're going to go out to eat. So I'll just take my little containers and portion it out there and then put the rest. That's smart. I was like, what? Why didn't I think of that? But I think I mentioned to you before, we had a potluck at work, and I was like, I didn't think about taking containers to work, but that's smart. I would do that. I don't care. I'm not embarrassed to take my container.
Hey, take it. It's your journey. It's your lifestyle. People are going to ask all the time, but we have all our personal health reasons why we do this, or even, our families, our own kids, our own health. So I don't want, don't be shy, right? And that was a really good idea. Sylvia shared a really great idea, taking the containers. I just make sure I have the plate and I tell Felipe move it away, because I will eat the entire thing before I know it. I'm sitting there eating while they're still talking. It'll be all gone. So in the challenge, ladies, I'll upload resources, new meal plan. In the email that I sent you guys, for those that just joined, I shared a meal plan with the shopping list. You can stick to that as close as possible, and you can switch out the proteins. Maybe there are some things that you can't have, or you just, want to switch it up to something different. I'm trying to get to the seasonings as well. You guys talked about giving your foods their own flavor. Don't forget that in the nutrition plan, they have some great seasoning recipes. And my favorite one has always been the Southwestern seasoning. It almost tastes like a Pappy's. And Pappy's was my go-to. Pappy's and the garlic salt. So the Southwestern seasoning, that's been my favorite go-to, because it's all natural seasonings and you can make it at home. And then when you're thinking about your nutrition plan as well, think about, your beverages. Okay. Tea and coffee, what you can do. Always stay hydrated. That's going to help you if you're feeling hungry and it hasn't been 2 hours. Our mind likes to play tricks on us. Okay. So load up on a lot of water. You can add that to your meal plan, like water intake. How much water are you supposed to intake every single day? The 21-day Fix Tracker app will help you keep track of those containers, your water, and your progress. So let's see what else. And that's pretty much it I have, ladies. I wanted to keep this like less than 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but I love the discussion. I wanted to hear your guys's, what you guys have for dinner, and also share with you where you can find different sample meal plans for 3 days, which I think for us is the best way to go, so we don't get bored. So we're not feeling like on a Sunday we have to spend an entire week prepping for all this food. And I heard it from all of you guys. You guys get your families involved. Your husbands cook, your kids are helping. Sometimes for us, like Felipe cooks breakfast sometimes, so it doesn't all fall back on me all the time. And I don't get tired of meal prepping, because sometimes I'm like, oh, here I go again. Put on my meal prepping hat and let's go. So if you guys can have shared responsibilities, maybe someone gets the groceries for you. If you create your grocery list, then all they have to do is stick to the list. If you send one of your older kids, trust me, they're not going to buy anything else, because they're not the ones cooking. They're going to stick to the list. Maybe you can do that. And it goes by sections. you stick to the perimeter of the grocery store. I don't know if you guys know this. Walmart has where you can shop online, and you can pay it, and someone just can pick it up. They'll take it to your car, so they'll shop for you. If you feel like you go shopping and you waste too much time, and you're tempted, and you're always like buying off your list, you can always shop online if that's something you want to try out. I may be trying that out this week, depending on how I feel, because I don't want to leave the house. So, any questions, ladies? Any feedback? Anything you want to share?
The 21-day fix, the tracker, is that also like tell you, like say you did it, like you didn't take no containers, you out of your, not out, but just being at a fast food, so you're trying to make a healthier choice. So can you look up a food like online somehow to find out what that value of points and like of containers are? Like how many?
Oh,
They're like, I ate a tamal. I'm like, oh man, I should have ate that. Like, but how do I count in my container?
a tamal is usually one yellow and one red, and then the oil, I would count it as like 2 teaspoons. Depending on the size of that tamal too.
Yeah.
A tamal is really not a part of the plan, but it's more like a treat, but you still obviously want to count the portion. So you don't want to have it every day. I don't think tamal season is over for me, but once in a while it creeps in. So I wouldn't worry. How often do you have tamales?
Well, no, it's not necessarily the tamal, but say something that you eat that you never normally track, or it's part of your meal plan, but you just happen to have it. So now you obviously, like say I'm at work or something, and somebody brings lasagna. I normally don't have lasagna. Very rare do I have it.
Okay.
And did someone else prepared it? So now I have to think about like, okay, what could have been in that piece of lasagna if I kind of calculated my portion of it when I cut it. So how would I kind of convert it into what containers I use?
Yes, good question. In the 21-day fix eating plan, there's the restaurant guide. And I'm looking for it in here. Sorry that I'm going through this really fast. The timer's about to be let's see. Let's see. It got like 8 minutes. So in the eating plan, so good question. So if you're out somewhere at a restaurant and you're not sure how to count that meal, if you go to the 21-day fix eating plan, it has a restaurant food guide. And I will share that as well as a reminder in the challenge, because as the weekend comes up, I'll say, okay, here's the weekend, here's some choices that you want to make. So I'm going to scroll down. It's way at the bottom of the eating plan. So there's every food group there. For all of you guys watching the replay, I apologize for this. Here are the substitutions for treats, for beverages, free foods, okay, water bar. Okay, so your question here's restaurant food guide. And you said maybe it's a meat lasagna. What you're gonna do is you're gonna use your green container. Well, again, if you're out, think about it as a cup, 1 cup, okay? So 1 cup of lasagna you're gonna check off 2 yellow portions and 1 red.
Also, the containers, the actual portion size, the green container.
The green container, yeah, will be like how much you can eat.
Yeah.
But you're gonna check off this amount of portions.
Okay.
Okay, and you don't count the green container for that. So if you see here, cheese pizza, you're gonna use the green container to measure, but it's gonna count as 2 yellow and 1 blue. You also have vegetable lasagna. Well, if it's vegetable lasagna, you're obviously gonna use the green container, like 1 cup. So all of this is 1 cup, just about 1 cup. Chili with beef, we have soup. So you measure 1 cup. For every 1 cup These are the portions that you check off.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good question, because as you're making your meal plan, if you want to have soup, you're like, what am I going to check it off as? For 1 cup, this is what you check off.
Oh, look at the sushi roll. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Sushi rolls with fish and veggies. We love sushi. I don't have it as often because it's so high in sodium, but it's still 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 green for 6 pieces. So enjoy it earlier, like for lunch, better. So your body has the rest of the day to burn it off. So again, when you're creating your meal plan, always think like, if you're gonna have if you want to treat yourself, maybe you'll have instead of going out to dinner for a date, maybe you can do a lunch date. And if you do treat yourself, guess what? You'll have the rest of the day to burn it off. That's what Felipe and I had tried to do too. Like we'll try to do earlier dinner dates. Like we'll go to dinner like at 4 or 5. So we have the rest of the, like we're not going to bed like 2, 3 hours later, eating like a treat meal and it's super heavy. So we'll have a lunch date. And then just have our regular dinner. So as you guys, I know as you guys are planning out your week, you have maybe, you know, a date or something you want to add in there. You can consider that. All right, good stuff. Thank you, ladies, for your time. I really appreciate it. I know we went a little longer. It's the first workshop, and every Sunday I will host like a nutrition call or just like a wrap up for the week. You have any questions or anything like that? Sundays, I know they're hard, but I think any day is hard for any, you know, we all have busy schedules. So I'll record the calls 15, 20 minutes, and I'll share those in the Fuego Fit Club members group on Facebook and also in the challenge. So if you miss it somewhere, you know, you'll find it. And maybe you guys can partner up, find an accountability partner. If you miss something, hey, did you see this? Did you see that? But always know that as your coach, I'm here to help you answer any questions. There's the daily post that I pin every morning. And every day I'll also share a fitness tip. Once or twice a week, I'll share a new Shakeology recipe. The first week we focus on nutrition. The second week is on mindset, working on strengthening our mind. You know, personal development is huge because if anything, it's like ourselves that we kind of get in our own way of making this work. And if I can do this, ladies, you guys can too. We're all, you know, work full times and very busy, but I know that together we're going to be able to, 3 weeks, we're going to be able to make this happen. So thank you so much, ladies. If you guys have any other questions, please post it in the challenge or you can post it in the club members group. Sound good?
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, you guys. Feel better, all of you. Okay, and we're ready to kick butt this week.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.